The masterstroke that the mainstream media often misses. For over 60 years, OPEC was the most powerful club in the world. They controlled the pulse of the global economy. The UAE, the most modernized, forward-thinking member of that club, is moving towards the exit. Most analysts will tell you this is a simple disagreement over production numbers. They are wrong. This isn't a trade dispute. It is a declaration of independence. Today I am going to take you behind the headlines to show you the real reason why Abu Dhabi is breaking away. It involves a secret oil brand, a rivalry for the soul of the Middle East, and a massive shift towards India and China that will change the value of the US dollar forever. To understand this, you need to know a term that 99% of the people have never heard. Murban Crude. For decades, global oil prices have been tied to Barnett or WTI. But the UAE has developed its own grade of oil, Murban. It is light, it is sweet, with low sulfur, and it is incredibly easy to refine. In 2021, the UAE did something brilliant. They launched the ICE Futures Abu Dhabi, what we call as IF80. They did not just want to sell oil, they wanted to price it. By making Murban a tradable benchmark, the UAE is creating a financial powerhouse that rivals London and New York. But here is the catch. To make a benchmark successful, you need liquidity. You need to pump and sell a lot of oil. Whereas OPEC rules, which forces members to cut production to keep price high, are literally suffocating the UAE's financial ambition. Abu Dhabi has realized that they can either be a royal member of 20th century cartel or they can be the energy pricing capital of the 21st century. They have chosen the latter. Now let's look at the internal game. Many people see Saudi Arabia and the UAE as inseparable alliance. While they are partners in security, they are now fierce rivals in economy. Think of this way. Saudi Arabia is like a giant tanker. It is massive, but it takes a long time to take turn. They need oil to stay at around $80 to $90 a barrel to fund their Vision 2030 and build cities like NEOM. They need high price today because the economy still relies mostly entirely on oil. The UAE, however, is a speedboat. They have already diversified. They are a global hub for tourism, AI, and logistics. Their goal isn't high price, it's market share. They know the market is moving towards green energy. They want to sell every single drop of their $100 billion of reserve now before oil becomes the new coal. When Saudi Arabia asks for production cuts, they are asking the UAE to sacrifice its future to pay for Saudi's presence. Abu Dhabi is simply saying no more. Now the Eastern Pivot Rule, Yuan and BRICS. This is where it gets really interesting for us. By disembedding themselves from OPEC, the UAE giants the freedom to sign long-term bilateral deals. Who are the biggest customer? India and China. The UAE was recently invited into BRICS. I would rather say BRICS Plus now. This isn't a coincidence. By operating outside of these strict cartel rules, the UAE can negotiate directly with New Delhi. We are already sending the beginning of the Petro-Rupee and Petro-Yuan. If UAE exits OPEC, they no longer have to worry about stabilizing global markets for the benefits of the West. They can focus entirely on the Indo-Pacific. This moves the center of gravity of the world energy market from the Atlantic to the Indian Ocean. This is a massive geopolitical win for Indian energy security, as it allows for more stable, direct supply chain without the interference of the Middle East cartel. Now the post-oil masterstroke. But here is the deepest insight of all. The UAE exiting oil mentality before they do it physically. Have you heard of Masdar? It's the state-owned renewable energy giant. They are investing billions to become the world leader exporter of green hydrogen. The exit from this OPEC isn't just about selling more oil, it's about freedom. OPEC only regulates oil. It does not regulate hydrogen. It does not regulate solar tech. By breaking this cartel identity, the UAE is rebranding itself as an energy superpower, not just as an oil state. They are in fact preparing for a world where energy isn't something you pump out of the ground, but something you create in a lab. They are leaving the club because they have simply outgrown it. The UAE exits from OPEC isn't a sign of weakness. It is a sign that the old world order is dead. It is a calculated strategy move to ensure the survival for the next 100 years. So do you think the era of oil cartel is officially over? And how do you think India should leverage this independent UAE for our own growth? Thank you.